Let's dive straight in. You probably think your body is calm when you rest, but in reality, it's running ancient survival programs that don't always make sense today. Some are funny, some are creepy, and some are downright terrifying. Tonight, we're counting down the strangest hidden reflexes and glitches your brain and body still carry around like old software that refuses to update. Number 10. Sleep jerks. Every night as you're drifting towards sleep, your body pulls a prank on you. Just when you think you're safe, your muscles jolt you awake like someone pressed the emergency button. Scientists call this a hypnic jerk, but it feels more like your brain screaming, "We're falling." Up to 70% of people experience this, meaning millions of sleepers are twitching in unison right now. It often comes with flashes of falling from a cliff, tripping downstairs, or even hearing phantom bangs like your brain decided to spice up bedtime with its own horror movie trailer. Why does it happen? The leading theory is that it's a leftover from when humans used to sleep in trees. Your brain, terrified of rolling out and becoming a predator's midnight snack, still sends emergency signals as if you're dangling from a branch instead of lying in a comfy bed. The more stressed or exhausted you are, the more intense these jerks become. In a way, your brain is dragging you back millions of years, forcing you to rehearse falling from a tree that doesn't even exist anymore. Number 9. Phantom vibration syndrome. Your brain loves to prank you, and one of its favorite tricks is the phantom buzz. That sudden vibration you swear came from your pocket. Yeah, your phone never moved. Up to 90% of people report feeling these ghost notifications like their nervous system has been hacked. It happens because your brain has rewired itself into a notification detector. The slightest brush of fabric, a twitching muscle, or even a gust of wind becomes a false alarm. Your brain instantly screams, "Check your phone." The more anxious or obsessed you are about missing messages, the more often your brain invents them. Change pockets, clip your phone to your belt, even leave it on the table. It doesn't matter. Your nervous system will still generate fake alerts. Some people even feel phantom buzzes on body parts where they have never carried a phone. That's how deep the illusion goes. It's like your flesh is trying to merge with technology, one false vibration at a time. Number 8. Body hijackers. There's a parasite that doesn't just live in your body, it can hijack your brain. Its name is Toxoplasma gondii, and it's estimated to be inside about 1/3 of all humans on Earth right now. In mice, this parasite performs a chilling trick. It rewires the mouse's brain to find the smell of cat urine irresistible. The infected mouse walks straight toward its predator, gets eaten, and the parasite wins by returning to its favorite host, the cat. Humans aren't immune. In us, the parasite builds tiny cysts in brain tissue, like microscopic landmines waiting for their moment. Studies show it can influence risk-taking, slow down reflexes, alter moods, and even affect who you're attracted to. Populations with higher infection rates also show higher rates of car accidents, unusual behavior, and mood disorders. That's not coincidence. It's the parasite nudging people's brains in dangerous directions. Where does it come from? Often from cats. Every time you clean the litter box, you're rolling the dice with an invisible mind controller. Your adorable pet could also be hosting a microscopic puppet master pulling strings on your personality. Number 7. Sleep paralysis. Every night, your brain shuts down your muscles so you don't act out your dreams. But sometimes your mind wakes up before your body, leaving you fully conscious and completely frozen. You can't move your arms, legs, or even open your mouth to scream. Your body has turned into a prison of flesh. Your eyes dart around the room searching for safety, but the shadows seem alive. Dark shapes often appear standing silently or drifting closer to your bed. Many people feel an unbearable weight pressing down on their chest as if something is sitting on them. Others sense hands tightening around their throat or crawling up their legs. The fear feeds the paralysis. The more terrified you get, the longer it lasts. It feels like being trapped in a waking nightmare designed by your own brain. Scientists explain it as your mind stuck between dreaming and waking, but the experience feels terrifyingly real. Your brain digs into your deepest fears and paints them vividly before your helpless eyes. Number 6. Light-triggered sneezing. For some people, bright light doesn't just make them squint, it makes them sneeze uncontrollably. Scientists call this the photic sneeze reflex, and it's basically a glitch in your nervous system. The signals from your eyes cross into your nose nerves, confusing your body. Your brain mistakes sunlight for something stuck in your nostrils and forces out a sneeze. These sneezes don't come gently, they fire in bursts, like your face has turned into a sneeze machine gun. Camera flashes, bright screens, or even the reflection off snow can trigger the same response. Imagine being a pilot mid-flight and suddenly sneezing just because sunlight hits the cockpit, or driving down a highway when the clouds part and your body malfunctions. The reflex is genetic. If one parent has it, there's about a 50-50 chance you'll inherit it. It's proof that even in the 21st century, our bodies are still running with messy wiring. Number 5. The second brain. Hidden inside your gut is another brain, a massive network of neurons wrapped around your intestines. This second brain actually contains more neurons than the brain of a cat. It doesn't need permission from your head brain. It runs its own show, controlling digestion like an independent operator. But it doesn't work alone. It constantly chats with the brain in your skull. That flutter you feel when you're nervous, those butterflies in your stomach, are signals from this gut brain. It sends panic warnings whether your conscious mind wants them or not. Trillions of bacteria live there too, acting like tiny chemical factories. They produce neurotransmitters that influence your mood and emotions. In fact, about 90% of your serotonin, the chemical tied to happiness, is produced in your gut. So when you feel gut instinct, it's not just a saying, it's your second brain speaking up. Your emotions, decisions, and even mental health are partly controlled by this hidden nervous system. Number 4. Brain self-cannibalism. Deep inside your skull, your brain is quietly eating itself. The process is called autophagy, which literally means self-eating. When you skip meals, your brain cells begin breaking down their own parts for fuel. It's like your neurons are holding themselves hostage to make you feel hungrier. These hunger neurons dissolve tiny pieces of themselves, amplifying the body's demand for food. It's your brain throwing a tantrum, wrecking its own room until you feed it. Every brain cell has mini recycling centers that grab damaged components and dissolve them. During hunger, these recycling centers go into overdrive. Right now, thousands of your brain cells may be cannibalizing themselves just to keep you alive. If autophagy shuts down, waste builds up, and your brain starts to malfunction. Ironically, the very act of eating itself is what helps your brain survive. Number 3. Capgras Delusion. Imagine waking up and looking at your mother only for your brain to insist she's an imposter. She looks identical, same face, same voice, same smile, but the familiar warmth you expect just isn't there. This condition is called Capgras Delusion, and it turns loved ones into strangers in your mind. Your brain has 2 systems for recognizing people. One identifies faces, the other triggers emotional connection. When those systems stop communicating, recognition collapses into suspicion. You still know the face, but it feels hollow, like a mask worn by someone else. Every tiny change becomes evidence of a conspiracy, a new haircut, a different laugh, even a nervous gesture. Patients build entire stories around this belief, convinced their family has been swapped out by perfect copies. A stroke, brain injury, or even certain medications can trigger this terrifying split in perception. To the person experiencing it, the delusion feels absolutely real. Logic can't override the emptiness. It's one of the brain's cruelest tricks, stealing the comfort of familiarity and replacing it with fear. Number 2. Jamais Vu. Jamais Vu is the unsettling twin of déjà vu, the moment when the familiar suddenly feels alien. You might stare at your own face in the mirror and feel like you're looking at a stranger. Or write a simple word 30 times until it stops making sense, just strange shapes on a page. Your brain's recognition system glitches, crashing like a frozen computer. Musicians have described it mid-performance. Their fingers suddenly feel foreign on an instrument they've mastered for years. Even your bedroom, a place you know better than anywhere, can feel like you're stepping into it for the first time. The more familiar something is, the more disturbing it feels when your brain refuses to recognize it. It's not memory loss, but a temporary disconnect between familiarity and meaning. In extreme cases, people can even feel estranged from their own name or spouse. Jamais Vu shows how fragile our sense of reality is, built on thin threads of recognition. Number 1. Eyelash mites. Right now, tiny spider-like creatures are crawling across your face. They're called eyelash mites, and almost every adult human has them. By day, they hide deep inside your follicles, digesting the oils and dead skin they consumed last night. But when you sleep, they crawl out and begin their nightly wander. They move from eyelash to eyelash, searching for mates in the dark. Females lay eggs inside the follicles, turning your eyelids into a microscopic nursery. These mites don't have an exit strategy. Waste builds up in their bodies until they die. When that happens, they decompose right there in your follicles, releasing everything at once. The older you get, the more of these tiny roommates you collect. By the time you're 60, nearly every eyelash follicle on your face houses them. That faint tickle near your eye at night. It might not be your imagination. It could be one of them moving. And that's it for today's journey into the strange and unsettling secrets of your own body. From phantom buzzers to brain-eating cells to tiny mites living on your face, your biology is full of surprises. It's a reminder that we're never really in full control. Our brains and bodies are running ancient programs with weird side effects. If you enjoyed this dive into the bizarre, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way, you won't miss the next time we uncover the hidden, creepy, and fascinating truths about the human body.